Even though I'm physically alive, I died 2 years ago. If I would have a conversation with a guy that died that day, I wouldn't recognize him at all. Because that day changed my life completely. It was October 2023, and I was watching some self-improvement videos for a while now. You might think like, how is this related to the story? But it will make sense. This is not some corny way to get your attention. I really want to learn you something. So previous to October 2023, I was watching all these self-improvement videos and all those business videos to get a better entrepreneur and to become someone in this world. Because I grew up as quite a feminine guy without any like business knowledge. My parents were very simple 9-to-5 workers. I do love them very much and I'm very grateful for my upbringing, but they didn't have any business knowledge. And I was different. I knew that I wanted to become someone. I wanted to build something incredible. So I needed some other advice than they had because they didn't do that. So I was watching all those videos, but I didn't really take any action at all. At this point, I knew what to do, but I just had to take action. Video on video on video to procrastinate, but still no action until that day in October 2023. For some reason, I felt this feeling in my gut, like this strange feeling that day it would change. At this point, I watched like hundreds of hours of videos, business-wise and self-improvement-wise, and my life would change on that day. So I vividly remember what happened that day, so the day before I died in October 2023. I watched a video from Alex Becker about his death a few years prior, even though he was still alive. He said that he made a very strong decision that day and he would never recognize himself again. He went cold turkey on all his bad habits that he was doing and went on to the very disciplined lifestyle that he wanted to live. So I knew if I wanted to be a content creator and I wanted to make a full-time income with content creation and like online business, I had to live the life from someone that did that. That's basically the only real way to force yourself to success. So, long story short, I took action. Usually, like my routine would look like waking up late and doing a part-time job. I was doing this university thing, which was very boring, and I was kind of like easy doing it. I was eating whatever I wanted. I go to the gym, but I didn't really eat enough protein, so I didn't really see any results. So a big change was needed. And I vividly remember that specific day. So I went to bed like 1 or 2 a.m. like usual, like watching YouTube, watching porn, whatever stupid shit. And I set my alarm for 5 a.m. I never did that before. Well, I did wake up early before for part-time jobs, but never like out of my own will. I woke up early for my own business, like for something that I would build eventually. I felt uncomfortable. I only slept 2 or 3 hours, but that was the morning that I changed my life. Because until that moment, I only watched videos about who I wanted to become and what I had to do, but I never took any serious action that I really experienced pain from. Yeah, I watched those videos, which is kind of delayed gratification, but it's also very much instant gratification because you don't have to do anything. And I vividly remember that whole morning what happened. So I woke up at 5 a.m., which was way too early, and I was way too tired, so I drank a coffee. I said goodbye to my dad because he went to work at 5:30 a.m. and he was super surprised that I was up that early because it never happened. And I had all those big talks like, oh, I'm going to make 200K a month and whatever, all those big talks, but I didn't take any action prior, so my parents thought I was a fool. But from that morning that my dad saw me waking up at 5 a.m., I'm actually like greeting him in the morning when he went to work, he also started taking me more seriously because he actually saw that I was willing to go through pain to achieve what I wanted to achieve. So I said goodbye to my dad who went off to work, I grabbed my coffee and I went upstairs to my desk. I started writing those scripts for the videos that I was going to make. Remember, I didn't make any videos prior and I wanted to become a content creator, but I didn't publish any videos to this point, but this was the day that it was going to change. So I was sitting there at 5:45 a.m. writing scripts for a video that I never made, like I never recorded the video before, but I knew that writing a script and making a video would be the first step for me to actually start a business because it was something, putting something out there, which was super hard and uncomfortable, and I just knew that it was the right step. So I wrote out a script like for 2 hours, way too long, and at 7 a.m. it was time to record it. And remember, I didn't put out anything prior to that moment, but at 7 a.m. I sat down, I had my coffee, so I had my caffeine boost, and I sat down to record a video. I recorded the worst video possible, but I edited it up and I scheduled it for 7 p.m. that night. You can kind of fill in the rest of the story, so I continued with YouTube and now I'm here at this point. The video eventually got like 20 views and it didn't do anything special because it was a bad video, but that specific morning changed my life forever. Because until that morning that I woke up at 5 a.m. and went through a lot of pain, like waking up that early with only like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Until that moment, I only had all those big talks about achieving success and I was cocky, like, oh yeah, I will become rich, blah, blah, blah. But I never took any action. I never went through any pain to achieve it. And because of watching this Alex Becker video, and he kind of said, like, you have to live like the person that you want to become, even though you're not him yet, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and the thing happened that I just told you. And now you might think, oh, you're exaggerating a lot, like saying that you died and that you're unrecognizable at this point. But genuinely, I don't lie in any of those videos. You can just authentically look me in my eyes. I really became a different person. I can't describe how big that change was. Even though it's like one night that you woke up early, but by taking action on the thing that you've always said that you were going to do, but you never did, by going through that pain for the first time, the real pain, you just change forever, especially as a masculine guy, or you want to become a masculine guy. At this point, I was not that masculine, and now I can say that I am. But from that specific moment, otherwise you wouldn't vividly remember it like I did, you just change forever because you finally take that first step that you always knew that you had to take. And whenever someone asks me like, hey, you're at this point now in this villa, where they can show you. My friend is there working on his business, and I'm here in this villa in Bali. Whenever someone asks me like, hey, how did you get to this point? I always tell them this story about that specific morning in October 2023. Because you basically kill your previous mindset and characteristics, and you become a whole new person because you take different actions than you did before. So it doesn't matter what you want to achieve or what you want to do eventually, like business-wise. Take this advice how you want it to take, and take that action that you just know that you have to take that first step, or maybe the next step in your business to scale up. That's very uncomfortable. Maybe making your first video or flying to that new place to make more connections. Take that first step because you will basically kill your previous self and become a whole new person. I don't have anything to sell you, so if you watched till this point, I'm already happy because I kind of hooked you with my storytelling. Subscribe to this channel if you want any more videos like this. Like the video for the algorithm, maybe leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.